Welcome back. You're now tuning to the other side of sports. It's your host, Laws, in the building. It's me, it's Aaron. We rocking out. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Basketball is back. We here. Going to talk about the Washington Commanders and why Ron Rivera should be fired or should have been fired. We'll get into that. It's not really a question of the day, more so as an observation. We can kind of talk about that, Joe. But before I get into that, dog, Aaron, I got it. Dog, Dr. Umar, where Dr. Umar at when you need him, dog?
Only someone in love with black people would understand my analysis. It was a disgrace.
Where he at when you need him, bro? Because, dog, this world we live in, bro, I just can't. So I took Harley to her first movie. You know, I got a daughter. She's 3 years old. This is her first movie. Her mom went to a concert, and so I had Harley for the day. So I'm like, it'd be nice. We go to her first little movie, little matinee jump. We go to see Paw Patrol. Aaron, I take her to see Paw Patrol. I'm like, oh, this little kid movie, Joe. She gonna be geeked and excited. We get in the movies, get the little popcorn candy. We all ready for the jump. I'm watching the movie. Dog, the villain in the Paw Patrol movie is a teenage black girl that wants to be a scientist. And because of her smarts being overlooked, she turns into a mad scientist and basically tries to get these asteroids to bring the asteroids to take these little power crystal power jumps for herself and like basically take over the world. Then they got her matched up as a villain with this old pedophile type Bama who got whiskers and a mustache and just run around with cats. The jump don't make no sense. Then they got the Paw Patrol. The Paw Patrol, it's a bunch of dogs basically, right? And it's a one little white kid that's like 10 years old that control all the dogs, though. He basically rescued all these dogs, and then he got them out here fighting crime and stuff like that. I'm like, why the teenage girl? And of course they made the little teenage black girl who's gonna be like the villain in the movie. She got a big butt. She talk like kind of hood. It's like, can I just take my child to a movie and just be regular, dog? Why does racism gotta follow me everywhere I go, Aaron?
Where you live? What country you live in?
They done messed up the Paw Patrol, dog.
Is she in the cartoon, the regular cartoon?
I don't know if she in a regular cartoon, but I don't care if she is in a regular cartoon, dog. It's unacceptable. Why the villain gotta be a teenage girl who wants to be a scientist? Why she gotta be a mad scientist, though? Bro. All right, I'm off my Black Panther, dog. I'm off my Malcolm X Square. It's okay. On to the other situation. So I don't know if you had a chance to see this, but there's this post going around. A group of women on Facebook created a list of places men should not take a woman to a first date. They got Cheesecake Factory on here, Applebee's. Like, I'm confused, dog. Chili's, all the regular jumps, a buffet, IHOP. You can't take a youngin' to IHOP.
I'm trying to say no coffee dates, no
Starbucks. You can't take a youngin' to church. Oh, stop, dog. I'm done. If you can't, dog.
You're not paying attention because it's actually honest. You shouldn't take them nowhere. You leave them right at home, dog. All these youngins that think like this, don't take them nowhere.
Dog, you can't take Slim to church. This don't say Wingstop. This don't say family functions,
sporting events,
ice cream dates.
Don't take them nowhere.
You can't take them bowling, sport events, Waffle House, a bar just for drinks, the gym, Deni's, the movie. Dog, come on, bro.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
This jump, I don't know where Bama's. Where do you take? No, they done took off every location I would even imagine to take a youngin' to.
This the thing. If you was to pull up, if they was to do a visual poll of the youngins that contributed to this foolishness, none of them bad. None of them. With this drink, what it all boils down
No, the
to,
bad jokes don't act like
they
this,
do not
dog.
act like this, though. What it boils down to is you got a bunch of fives and sixes posing as eights, dreaming to be 10. And to justify to themselves where they trying to inflate their value at, they want to make you got to take them to these expensive places and you got to be so thoughtful. She done already
Dog.
swallowed 35 pipes and all this other stuff at this point in her life. And she wants you to go back and retrace her steps to come up with something that nobody else ever came up with. Stop it. Stay at home.
Dog, I can't.
Because
You can't take it to cheesecake.
during the pandemic,
Dog, hold
Bama's
on,
was
hold on.
going straight to their
Hey,
crib, bro.
Aaron, dog. When was cheesecake turned into McDonald's, dog? When they stop? When they like the chain restaurants just become like a no go, dog?
So wait, we know somebody that's married to somebody that they took to McDonald's for the first date.
That's a
So
fact.
so like enough is
They've
enough.
been married for 20 plus years.
It's a reason these youngins still dating, dog. They serial daters because nothing ever makes them happy. Nothing. So leave them at home. Bad youngins don't think like this, though. I guarantee you. Bad youngins do
Dog,
not think like this. Nor do they have to tell guys where to take them.
dog. I don't. Yeah, dog. I don't know when did it go wrong, Aaron? I feel like
When the internet created social,
yeah,
or when
you're
social
right.
media was created.
You're right,
So you
dog.
got a bunch
Internet.
of idiots and their brains come together to equal this hive mind that they use. And the worst part about it is they're lying. You could take most of these youngins to the gas station.
Stop.
The straw's still coming off.
Hey, stop.
They're liars, Harold. You know they're liars.
Hey, stop.
They're liars, dog. They're some of the worst liars on the planet. Because they're going anywhere if they like to do. Wherever the dude take them, that's where they going. During the pandemic, Bam was going straight to their crib.
No,
Straight to their crib.
it was the video with a youngin. He took her to the Cheesecake Factory and she put him on camera. And then she was just like, he thinks I'm about to get out the car. And she stayed in the car.
And first of all, she's weak. Second of all, the Bama she had was a gun.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she told
yeah.
herself,
She can
I'm going to
only
try
do that.
something different because the guys
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
like,
yeah,
they'll
yeah.
never do me right.
Yeah.
So when he
Yeah.
took her there, she like, ho. Like, what's going on here? Oh, enough is enough. Leave her at home.
At home, bro. Oh man, I'm so glad I'm out the game, dog. That jump, I don't know that I could put up with it. I mean, even though I know it's all fugazi and cap,
It's fake.
like it's not real, but still, like, even if like, yeah, even if a youngin dared to try to be like act like bougie, like, oh, I'm not, we're at cheesecake, like I'm not eating here. I'll be like, okay. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm gonna still need you to get out of my car. And if you don't get out the car, I'm gonna call the police and they gonna get you out of the car. We're not doing them. We're not playing them games, dog. Them reindeer games. Yeah, it's fake news, dog. It's fake news. On to some real news. On to some sports. Deni Avdija gets an extension.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Re-signed 4 years, $55 million. How, Sway? How? The man's career stat earned. Somebody get an extension for 4 years, $55 million. What do you think their stats are?
At least 10 points.
Okay.
Let's say 5 to 7 rebounds a game.
Okay.
2 to 3 assists a game.
Okay. None of the above, dog. None of the above. How many minutes do you think they play on average?
15 minutes.
Okay. This Bama's playing 25-minute average, 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Gets you an extension, dog, in the NBA. Can I sign up today? You give me 24 minutes right now, I'm going to get you 12, probably like 12, 4, and 5. Those would be my numbers right now, straight off out my seat onto the floor. This Bama Deni Avdija is so sorry, dog. I don't know whose daughter he dating over at.
You know,
No, why is it?
no favoritism over there.
Why is he getting favoritism, dog?
Because he's the owner's boy. They butt buddies. You already know.
No, this joke don't make any sense. A day or two after he gets criticized for like being a me guy, this Bama gets paid.
Yeah, I mean, because the writing was going to start to be on the wall. You see Jordan Poole don't respect the Bama. You saw Kyle Kuzma laughing at him, and I feel like they feel like him not having that contract made it feel like he wasn't a guarantee to be a part of the team or somebody to be respected. It's almost like a lame duck coach kind of sort of in a way. And I think they also are worried about him not performing and then having to justify paying him later on in the year. So it's almost like he taking care of his boy so that even if they need to trade him or do something that he's straight. That's just what it felt like to me. Like I'm looking out for my man kind of sort of situation because nothing about his performance suggests an extension was necessary to me, given that you didn't re-sign Rui or you didn't re-sign.
That's what I'm saying, Aaron. They didn't even
Oubre.
get Rui. They didn't give Rui no contract. He didn't get no, and he's better. He even from a potential standpoint, Rui has way more potential. Matter of fact, Jordan Goodwin got more potential, in my opinion, than Deni Avdija. And they didn't do any of that for make those type of concessions. Like it just baffles me. I mean, I know why deep down in my heart, and that jump. I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but it's still like
this wasn't about basketball.
It was not about basketball, dog. And that's the thing.
And that's why they won't get my money again. Like they got me last year, they won't get my money again.
Dog, somebody put me in a chat with like season ticket holders and like it's like this Washington what do you call it? Washington Wizards fanatics. Like it's a chat. And I don't know how I got added to the chat. And I listen.
I was trolling you.
Hey, listen, I'm working very hard to try to change, bro, because there's parts of me that like, and maybe I shouldn't even change them, but like living in society, you start to feel like I'm the bad guy or I'm the odd man out because I actually have an opinion or I want to speak my mind. And you know me, Aaron, I'm very conscientious about how I speak my mind in certain, arenas and certain public forums because, I don't want to seem or come off or even have the perception of me being ignorant, like attached to me, right? So somebody's going to put in the jump, like we re-signed Deni Avdija, like this is such a good move and this and that. Like, what do you guys think? Aaron, I tried not to say anything, though. I tried to go to sleep and just ignore it. So when I put in the jump, I was just like, I don't really think Deni's really worth the money per se. I mean, his stats are this, and I listed his stats, and I just said, when do we reward mediocrity with an extension? Please help me, like show me evidence of when someone in the league was rewarded for mediocrity to this extent. Like there are people who probably shouldn't deserve the bag and they get the bag, but I'm saying like this is very far, far, far away. Like he has not done anything to denote, like even you think about like progression. Like it's like if somebody like averaged like 6 points their first year and then went from 6 to like 12, then you'd be like, oh, the Bama's getting better. Like this is promise there.
The arc is pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, that's not the case. The Bama went from 9 points. No, I'm sorry. He went from 6 points to 9 points. So that's 3 point. That's one more bucket. That's it. Then he went, his 3-point percentage went down.
And you gave him too much credit. He didn't go from 6 directly to 9. He went from 6 to 8 and then to 9. Like that's important.
Then he went from 5 to 6. And then 1, 2 to almost 3 assists a game. But again, he's getting a lot of minutes. 26 minutes is a lot of minutes. For that level of production, to me, it just doesn't equate. So, I mean,
and that's part of the reason he got that contract because he's going to get those kind of minutes again. Like the makeup of the roster where they got a bunch of small forward / kind of wing guys that they're going to have to get mixed in, whether it be Kispert, him, Kuzma kind of in that mix. They talk about Gallinari playing the 5 and Gafford playing the 5.
You know what's going to happen next, though, Aaron, right?
I mean, it depends on how the season goes. Like I can see what happened.
The Bama is brittle too. We're not going to just overlook the Bama is not, but he's brittle. Bama hamstrings brittle, his legs brittle. He brittle. So I don't even see the Bama going to be hurt in the blink of an eye. He won't even be playing. But even when he do play, he don't bust a grape. Who won't bet me this year, dog? Who wants to bet me that this Bama does not average double digits. I'm willing to go again, dog.
He has to average double digits if he gets put
He
in this
will
position.
not average double digits, Aaron. You know
If you go
why?
up 1 point from the 9, that's 10.
He
It,
won't get
but
10.
that shouldn't even be the bar. Like your fourth year, and it shouldn't be like, will you average double digits? We should be talking about 15, 18, 20 at this
It's
point.
not, it won't happen. First of all, he won't get 15, 20 type shots.
So
That
why
was
did you lower the
Kuzma.
bar? Last year you was betting them as if he was going to average 16. Why you down to 10 then?
Cause I was actually thinking the Bama was going to do better with all the time he was getting. The Bama did worse, so now I know where the bar's at. Like I know where it is officially. You know what I'm saying? Like when they do the spreads 1 week and then the next week they try. I know where it's at. It's at 10. That's the cutoff. Bama not gonna get double digits. Who want to put the bread up? I got the bread right here. Who want to put the bread up? He ain't gonna average double digits.
29% from 3. Good grief.
He trash, dog. Hey, y'all can root for him if y'all want to. But yeah. All right. On to other sports. Bro, the Washington Commanders laid an egg, dog. I'm gonna have my man Captain's Log Rob on here to talk about it. But what are your thoughts on the game, like on the Commanders and the state of the team? You didn't think they was gonna lose to the Giants, Aaron. You fought me on that. You said they can't lose.
Right. They shouldn't have lost. But they did, because they're still trotting out somebody who should have been fired 2 years ago when I first told Bama's you needed to fire him.
He had more than his arms folded this week. He had a little notepad. What was he writing on that, Joe?
You can tell he's conscious of the narrative of him sitting there with his arms crossed, because the last 2 weeks he got his hands on his hips instead of cross. Every time the camera pans now, you can tell he's consciously trying to avoid crossing his arms because the body language is poor. But like this should have been blown up, and we talked about this before the season started. The new ownership group is puss. Like they should have blown it up. They're so busy being scared and trying to be conservative and worried about all the wrong stuff. You should have canned them out the gate.
Out the gate.
And then you got him doing the press conferences talking about, we developing a young quarterback trying to get to that last year of his deal. Dog.
And just let Eric Bieniemy had a whole team from Jump Street. And just let him put his whole stamp on it, all of that. Because honestly, I think at this point, his hand was forced with Sam Howell. And that's Ron Rivera. But like,
because that's the only thing that potentially gives him a little more time, is if he can convince everybody that Sam Howell, which he's trying to do now in overdrive, is developing, and that's why the team isn't where you should be by the fourth year of his regime. It's no excuses, none.
Does the team need to consider playing Jacoby Brissett?
He should have been playing. Like, I'm watching the joint back, dog, because whenever we say something, it takes 3 months or 3 years for everybody else to catch up with what's going on. And then when you hear a bunch of sacks, everybody assumes the O-line's terrible. And the O-line is terrible. But there's a lot of terrible O-lines in the NFL, and a lot of quarterbacks can function without breaking the sack record. And this Bama, like, his eyes go down and watch the pass rush every time. He turns sideways. He's running backwards.
Aaron, he does not anticipate. He does not anticipate
at all. And we talked about this on the show about 3 weeks ago. Like, he has no anticipation whatsoever. He has to see Bama's butt naked open before he throws it. Even on the
sometimes he misses on those. Sometimes
on the interception where I think it was Dotson was going across the field on a crosser. He throws a late underthrown and no velocity on it, and it gets picked off where it should have been an easy catch. It's so many of those times. And then they were talking about the play calling. So I said, let me go back and watch this. And I'm watching guys wide open. I'm watching check downs and hot routes right there open. He doesn't throw, or he doesn't even look.
Yeah.
Then pre-snap, he doesn't even look. Like on the first safety blitz where 27 came in and sacked him, he doesn't even look over there with the safety standing right at the line of scrimmage to be able to check and change the protection at all, or even to be able to see him before the blitz to know you got to throw hot on this one. So it's all of those little things where if you look differently, the narrative would be completely different about him holding the ball, getting the ball out of your hand, knowing the protections, pre-snap reads, reading defenses, all those things that we're not hearing.
So Aaron, what you're talking about, like pre-reads, pre-snap reads, like it's the intelligence to be able to play the position.
And he's a
And
slow processor.
he's a slow processor, dog. He just doesn't process quickly enough to be able to get the ball out of his hands. And he has to see things too clear. It's
Right.
like, bro, I I mean, and then this is the thing too. And this is the part where I'm like, this is where I'm like extra critical. So I understand that you're a developing quarterback, you're young, different things of that nature, right? But when you can have when things are set up for you to actually dink and dunk, and you can actually get away with just short completions and not really going downfield, I'd be okay with it. But I've seen too many times he'll have the guy at the first level
Right.
open,
Right. Wide
and
open.
he'll try to throw to the second level to a Bama streaking across and just miss the throw. I'm like, dog, if you'd have just took that little 5-yard dump, it'll be second and 3.
Stay ahead of the chains. Yeah, just to
Yeah,
keep
like
the
it'd
offense
be
in
second and
rhythm.
3. Like, what are you doing, dog?
And
Or
he
it might be first and 10.
and then
You
just
got playmakers.
beyond the pressure, he misses way too many throws. Like he
Mhm.
has lazy mechanics. That at the end of the game where he threw it to behind Dotson and people are calling it a drop. You got to make that catch in the NFL, but at the same time, it's a way harder catch than it looks when you're running completely left and a quarterback throws the ball behind you and you have to turn around and fade and catch it as you floating in the opposite direction.
And
Because it's just a miss because he's wide open.
the thing is too, Aaron, I looked at the all 22. Right behind that play to Dawson, Call was sitting behind him open. The tight end. What's his name? Logan.
Logan Thomas.
He was open. And you see him, if you go back to you see him like hold his hands up like, bruh. And that could be partially because the ball was dropped and partially because he was open. But he pulled a Deni Avdija, like, dog. I'm like, yeah, bro. It's just too many
I've
glaring
seen enough.
issues. And I think that they need it. And I don't even know if Eric Bieniemy has the cachet to be able to just say, we're
Not in
playing
this
Jacoby
situation.
Brissett.
Not in this situation because Ron's job is on the line, and his only out is Sam.
But Sam going to actually end up to him losing it. If he can't complete no passes, if he continue to get sacked like this, I mean, the old line they did not help themselves at
At all.
all. But still, like, I just
Most O lines are bad in this league, and the thing
that's
that
true.
people have to get past is they're going to keep blitzing him until he beats the blitz. They do that with every quarterback. If they see you can't adjust, your protections aren't getting adjusted, you're not hitting your hot routes, you're going to take this.
They
You're going
gonna
to turn and
just
take the
keep
sack.
blitzing.
It's going to be raining, raining, raining. So it's almost to a point where they have to put Jacoby in to let Sam watch from the sideline. I'm not even saying for the rest of the season, but just
Yeah,
to give the offense another look. You can't even evaluate Eric Bieniemy. You can't evaluate the receivers. You
yeah,
can't really evaluate the O line because half of the sacks go on Sam
yeah.
because
Nah,
he
that's
just
a
refuses to
fact.
throw the hot joint or throw it away sometimes.
So this is game number what? 6, 7?
For him,
Yeah, I know. I'm saying of the
oh,
season.
week 7, yeah, 7
Week
games.
7. This is about where people thought Jacoby would be in there anyway. So I almost think you gotta pull the plug. And I mean, granted, it's not gonna happen because this is Ron Rivera's lifeline. But if I'm Eric Bieniemy, I'm like, dog, this is making me look bad. And as a black head coach or a black coach in the league, you ain't guaranteed tomorrow, dog. I just if I'm making a decision, we gotta pivot. We gotta pivot because this dude, there's so many things that I need him to do that he doesn't know how to do or he's not capable of doing. And it's all just from a psychological, mental
It's
standpoint.
mental. It's all mental.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he has the physical tools and he can throw the football, but if he's not
A
throwing it
lot of
with
guys
timing
got
and he's
arm
not throwing,
talent, Harold.
that's
He's
true.
not super accurate. He just got a rocket. Like he got arm strength, but not accuracy. And when guys tend to look different and have the same attributes as he does, the conversation is completely different. It's not let's sit, let's wait, let's sit, let's wait. Brock Purdy was in the same draft, 7th round pick, came in
He throw with
and played fine.
anticipation.
You know what I mean? Like it's guys all the time that come in that's young. They don't need to necessarily play 30 games to see if Bama's got it or
Yeah,
not. Like they
yeah,
pick it
that's
up
a
quicker
fact.
than he does. And most rookie quarterbacks that end up coming in come on to bad teams, like where the O line might be trash or you don't have the weapons. They have weapons. They have a bunch of things going for the team, but he's holding the team back. You can't keep playing him and that O line unless you can replace the O line. You need another quarterback.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Agreed.
Even if it's for a week or 2 weeks, but he needs to sit down and watch somebody else do it for a week or two because he's regressing. He's not getting better.
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't lying, Aaron. You ain't lying. On into the game. So shout out my man Van, dog. Van, hey dog, he always come through in the clutch, bro. He sent me a spreadsheet. He didn't put all the games on the jump for me, but he sent me a spreadsheet that I can populate with ease and get us up to date. So that's what I'm gonna do this week. I still ain't do my homework this week, but this week I'm gonna get it together.
He gonna wait till week 17 and be like, "Oh, Aaron, you down 10 games."
No, we not gonna do that though. We gonna be legit. I'm gonna have it done next week. I just gotta populate the games. He gave me the spreadsheet. We're gonna be good money. Shout out Jacaro, everybody who been sending me pics, and I just dog, yeah. So on our games for this week, I mean, hold on. Did you want to talk about the NBA, dog? I mean, tonight we got the start of the NBA start tonight. You got the Suns versus the versus Golden State, Steph Curry, Chris Paul and his new team. You intrigued to watch that?
I'm gonna watch for sure because
it's sports.
It's Tuesday night. You know what I mean? Nothing going on.
Not,
I
that's
really want to catch the Wizards tomorrow, but I'm gonna watch today.
Yeah, they play the Pacers, dog. What you think gonna happen? They gonna get that W or not?
No clue. No clue.
Which one? Which Jordan Poole gonna show up? Jekyll or Hyde?
He gonna get 30. He gonna be shooting for 30.
Yeah, he gonna.
I'll tell you that.
He gonna get 30. Now I'm picking him in my little fantasy jump. Give me Jordan Poole. He gonna get buckets. Then the late game tonight, I think it's the Lakers and the Denver Nuggets. Yeah. So I mean, LeBron gonna be out there again, dog. What season is this? 20th, 21st? Dang, dog. He said he gonna get all the records and submit them jumps for life. He ain't 21 seasons at this level. Are we gonna see him regress this year? Or he's still
he regressed last year and the year before. Like he's still LeBron at 70% is still better than 95% of the players ever to play in the league. So he's smart enough where he can adjust and do other things. Like you could tell last year, if you had a LeBron from 10, 15 years ago, he would have been able to will through some of the stuff, some of the struggles they had. But just at this age, physically, he can't do it. But there's still other things he can do at a super high level. Bama IQ is through the roof. He's the way he sees the floor. So I don't expect him to be trash, but I expect to see him regress physically more than he did last year.
Yeah,
Father time
undefeated. All right, games for this week. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. Bills are favorite -8.5. Steep. That's a steep line.
That 8.5 is high, especially with those defensive injuries they have. So I'm gonna go Tampa to cover, but Bills will win.
I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. I think coming off that loss against New England, which you never know when teams go to New England, you don't know if they be listening, tapping into Bama's headsets and all types of stuff to just get an edge. Like, they be doing funny business. So I don't even know if the win was how legitimate it is. So I think I'm gonna go with Buffalo to just kind of put the stamp on Tampa Bay, especially after a loss to the New England Patriots. Then we got the New Orleans Saints at the Indianapolis Colts. Colts turned around, won a game that nobody thought they was gonna win.
They lost.
No, the Colts lost.
Yeah, to the Browns in their last second.
Oh yeah, that jump. Oh yeah, that was a high scoring game, dog. That was a high scoring game.
Myles Garrett is next level, though.
Yeah,
this Bama single-handedly won these Bama's that game.
Yeah, he a problem, though. Yeah, he a problem. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hold on, who did you pick in that drink? The Indianapolis show.
I'm going with Indianapolis
Who they play again? And what's the spread?
Saints -1 in favor of Indy.
Oh yeah, Indy.
All right, Jacksonville Jaguars at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers won another game.
Oh, they 4-2. How with this squad?
Dog,
Mike Tomlin the
Jacksonville.
GOAT. You was right,
He
though.
the
Mike
GOAT.
Tomlin the GOAT.
He the GOAT, dog. He's the antithesis. He's the opposite of Ron Rivera, dog.
Facts.
That complete opposite. Ron Rivera has no leadership qualities, and Mike Tomlin has every leadership quality. The Bama just know how to galvanize his team, get them to win. They play hard every week. They win games they're not supposed to win. Their quarterback was looking like Sam Howell for the first 4 weeks of the season, and somehow these Bamas keep winning.
And all I hear is the fan base saying, fire Mike Tomlin. It's crazy, though. Send him on down 95.
Crazy. Jacksonville's favorite -2.5 versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going with Pittsburgh, dog.
I'm going to go Jacksonville. This is a game they should win.
Okay. Houston Texans at the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Houston is favorite -3 against Carolina.
Houston.
I'm going to go with Houston coming off the bye, so they should be ready for Carolina. Game of the week, Philadelphia 70. I always say every week, dog. Philadelphia Eagles at the Washington Commanders. Commanders are underdogs at home, 6.5 points.
That's it?
That's it. I guess they're anticipating the Washington Commanders to play this one, play their hearts out.
They always play Philly tough. Like, it's the perfect matchup for them.
I think it ain't gonna go the way it went last time. I'm going with the Philadelphia.
I think this team is on a super downslide and dejected. I think it's gonna get really, really bad. So I'm gonna go Philly.
And the schedule is just prime right for it to get bad. I'm going with Philly as well, -6.5.
Now I'm rooting for them to win that Atlanta game. I wish they would have lost that game too. That would have put them in a position to be closer to pulling that trigger to get Ron and Del Rio out of here.
Mm-hmm. You think so?
If they would have lost the Atlanta game and this Giants game, I think it would have been over by now. At least one of the two would have been gone.
I don't know, dog. The fact that this Bama's still here now is problematic.
It is, but the new owner apparently is pushed because Magic want him gone. Magic keep letting everybody know he want that Bama gone.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. Rams at Dallas. Dallas is favorite -6.5.
Why is that spread so high? Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams as well. New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are favorite -9.5 points.
Why is that spread so high?
It's in Miami.
Give me the Patriots to cover.
I'll take Miami in a get right game. New York Jets at the New York Giants. The battle of the NYC. Jets are favorite -2.5.
Give me the Jets. Easy win.
I'm going to take the Giants in this one.
If Tyrod's starting, of course. If Deni's starting.
Atlanta at the Tennessee Titans. Atlanta's favorite -2.5. I'm going with Tennessee.
You know, Tennessee is saying that Tannehill likely won't start, and that Will Levis and the other kid is going to play, Willis. They talking about playing two.
Malik Willis?
Yeah. They talking about playing both of them if Tannehill can't go. So you know that means Atlanta take the other team.
Two quarterbacks, dude. I'm going to go with Tennessee still. Dog, Desmond Ridder, without running, is trash. Dude.
He's trash. But that team building it the right way. Like, this is their first year. It just boggles my mind to watch other teams, other coaches, other programs started and be so far ahead of where Washington is 4 years in under Ron.
Yeah. Minnesota Vikings at Green Bay Packers. Packers lost another one. Love is kind of taking a dip.
Regress.
Minnesota they beat 49ers, young, surprisingly.
On
Minnesota's
Monday
favorite
Night Football.
minus on Monday Night Football, prime time. I didn't know Kurt slander from me, dog. I just gave him his props and kept it moving.
I know
Minnesota
Vegas
is
cashed
they did. Minnesota minus one against Green Bay Packers.
This is a lot. Minnesota should win by way more than one.
Mhm.
Green Bay's fault backsliding, dog.
Yeah, they just have slow starts. They just trying to figure it. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Minnesota in this one too, minus the one. Cleveland Browns at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are favorite minus 3 against the Browns. If Deshaun Watson
Browns
play,
find a way. I'm
I'm
going
going with Seattle. But if he don't play and they play the other kid, I think I'll go with the Browns.
PJ Tucker.
Yeah,
Or
they
PJ
play
Walker.
Yeah, yeah, Walker. Yeah, Deshaun looked
I'm going
disgusting
Browns.
out there. I'm going with Seattle minus the 3. Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. It's
Chiefs.
a lot, 7.5.
That's it? Oh yeah.
Cincinnati at San Francisco. San Francisco's favorite minus 5.5. I'm
I'm gonna
going
go
with
Cincy.
Cincinnati. Baltimore Ravens at Arizona Cardinals. Baltimore's favorite minus 8.5.
This is the best team in the league. Y'all just don't know it yet because your TV, the Bama's on your TV, haven't told y'all yet. The Ravens are the best team in the league, and they go into the Super Bowl this year.
Mm,
Lock it in. If Lamar stays healthy, they go into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I got the Ravens minus the 8.5. Chicago at the Chargers. Chargers are favorite minus 8.5. Give me the Chargers.
The Chargers never give me the Bears to cover. They're not gonna win, but they should cover that.
Okay. Las Vegas Raiders on Monday night
Trash.
versus the Detroit Lions. Lions
Trash.
are favored minus 8.
Lions.
I am going with the Lions as well.
They got some crazy spreads this week.
Crazy spreads this week, dog. It's either going to be hooks or winner chicken dinner. We're going to find out. My good people, we are joined. Hey, this man, he making waves right now. Y'all understand? I pay attention to everything that's happening out here in the streets, dog. And when I see people out here grinding like I'm grinding, it makes my heart glad. And I happen to know this dude, man. Rob, aka Captain's Log Podcast. I don't know if y'all never checked it out, you gotta check it out. I think the idea just to call it Captain's Log is just brilliant. He put up inspirational stuff. He talk about tech stuff. He talk about life. He talk about sports. And we're gonna get into sports a little bit because he is an avid Commanders fan. Can I even say that without him like getting upset about it? Because
It
right
is what
now,
it is, man.
the state of the team is tricky. But shout out to my man Rob. Welcome to the show, man. Good to have you. How you living?
Man, first and foremost, bro, I appreciate you hitting me on the whim, you know what I'm saying, asking me to come on the platform. I think this is one of the things I've been asking for, for the 3.5 years that I've been doing this is, collaborating with other, podcasts in the area, in the DMV area, man. I think it's important that, we put our heads together and we make magic. I see it in a lot of other states, man, and just trying to break that trend here, man. But I'm doing good, bro. I really appreciate you having me on it.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Like, you know, all the stuff you've been doing, how you've been just, I've seen your growth. I've seen how quickly, you just kind of put a stamp on sports, on sports talk, on everything as far as podcasting it goes. You know what I'm saying? It's a grind. A lot of people just see the output and just think, it happens overnight, but it really takes work, dog. So, I see you putting in the work. It makes my heart glad, dog, because I feel like, when we need more of a voice, though. It's a lot of dweebs out here. I'm sorry, I be calling Babylon. But it's a lot of like people don't really know what's they not hip to really what's going on, and they got a voice and they saying stuff. And now that the platforms are shifting to people who actually have credible voices, credible insight, understanding about, how to, not just sports related, but like how to build a brand, how to make the brand grow and all that stuff. And so, props to you, bro. Props to you.
Hey, look,
I'm all
I appreciate that, man. One thing you touched on, man. I just want to highlight, man, for your audience and for any inspiring podcasts. Like when you first start off, dog, like it is really hard to, I want to say, niche down
mm,
because for those who don't know, just to break down, what Captain's Law Podcast came from. It originated from me doing Instagram stories on the way to work, taking the train, Green Line, Branch Avenue. So always complaining about stuff that was going on, and then it turned to just me speaking on whatever I wanted to speak to. So I call it a captain's log because I kind of consider that to be like my like virtual diary type of deal. So this is just me writing down the captain's log. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm in a spaceship, whether I'm in a boat, whatever you think it is as the viewer, and I'm just speaking, thinking out loud. And then that's how I got the name. But again, for the longest, I talk everything. I didn't just talk sports. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I didn't talk, and I still don't talk, is relationships and politics. Because number one, I don't pay attention to politics. It doesn't do nothing for me, and I don't do relationships because, like, I just refuse to kind of invite people into my household.
mhm. Yeah, that's wise, dog. I can't say the same over here. I done talked about everything.
You you you
They
you
got
you, you just
attention.
slipped up a couple times.
Yeah,
I be wanting to be like, no, 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 don't do that. But sometimes, man,
yeah.
you gotta know
Hey,
sometimes.
yeah, dog. That's a fact. Uh, we you here for a reason though, because we gotta talk about the Commanders.
Let's
These
get
dudes
into it.
lost. They lost to the Giants the other day. I mean, I, bro, what do they need to do? What? How do we fix this?
First and foremost, man, it's time to clean out them desks, man. I just feel like we're the only team like in the NFL for as long as the NFL has been in the NFL that we literally hold on to garbage. Like we will keep these coaches, we'll keep these players, we'll pay them this money, we'll keep these owners, we'll keep them forever, and we just lose. I've seen coaches get fired for less. I've seen players get let go for way less. I've seen like we had a quarterback who's been sacked 40 times. It's only week 7. You got some quarterbacks who only have that happen to them in 2 seasons, maybe 1.5 seasons. You're putting your main guy in jeopardy. And I know they want to say, oh well, Airbnb, he's not the guy. What kind of plays you going to run if your quarterback is running for his life as soon as he hikes the ball? What kind of plays you going to run if you can't run a screen? What kind of plays you going to run if your running back can't get no burn? Your
And why
secondary is
why
getting burnt.
why why is Eric Bieniemy on like being criticized? You heard Jonathan Allen the other day. This has been going on for 7 years.
7 years. It's been longer than
6 years.
that. That's just how long he's been on the team.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But you look at this, like look at this. So I'll give you a prime example. Look at Sam Howell. The same thing has happened to him was happening to RG3. And that's why he got burnt out. Kirk Cousins. All the way back to damn Mark Brunell. Our quarterbacks always been getting bashed up. That's why we have so many. Jason No Scramble Campbell. Like all of these players we bring to the team, that are promising, and we never invest in offensive line. Trent Williams and Brandon Sheriff was the best 2 people we have ever drafted. And that's it. I don't know who the hell these guys are, but they not blocking and they just getting pushed over.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And so they gonna definitely have to figure something out with this team and what they gonna do as far as personnel. The O line trash. I feel like our secondary is not that great either. We just got a lot of things that's just happening that's just very disheartening as a fan. You watch the team and you like trying to just grab any morsel of hope you can find, and it just seems like there's nothing. We got new ownership. They telling us everything gonna be different, and we just getting the same peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No, I
bro. You got to clean your house, man. It is what it is.
Do
Ron
you do
Rivera
it
building
now?
the team. What?
Do you do it
Do we
now?
do it now? Yes. Do it now. Savor the season. Like we may only win 2 more games. Maybe. Do
Yeah,
it now. At least the defensive coordinator, bro. Or I mean, nah. It got to be the head coach.
it gotta
It got
be
to be both
Ron
of them.
Rivera. Yeah, you gotta let if you're gonna let Eric Bieniemy kind of run the team and be able to see what he is as a head coach, like now is the time. You're not you're not gonna learn anything different than what you already know about Ron Rivera and his inability to get the team ready to play football games. If they beat the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend, do you change your tune or does it
No,
stay the course?
he got to go. The only difference is if you beat Philly and you win a couple more games, he can stay to the end of the season, but you still
Mhm,
got to get rid of him. The only way you keep him is what are they? What 3-4,
mhm.
bro? They got to win. They have to win 6 more games.
Yeah, that's a fact.
6. I don't see them winning 6 games.
That's that's
I
not
only see
happening.
them winning like 2 more games, playing the way
Yeah,
they playing.
yeah, yeah. Nah, it's bad, bro. It's bad.
Bro, the name of the game is beat the teams you're supposed to beat. You barely beat the Cardinals. You kind of stole one from the Broncos because that touchdown in the end zone was technically pass interference. They didn't call it.
That's a fact.
You got smashed on by the Bears. You
Hmm.
beat Atlanta. I mean, that's one team that you're supposed to beat. But you get out here, you play the Giants, and you only put 40 something yards of offense in the first
7 points.
quarter. This is not winning football.
No, it's not. It's not at all. I feel like they've kind of taken it easy on Ron Rivera and like,
Too
I,
easy.
yeah, like I mean, we literally, I mean, Monday morning I was expecting that would be it. Like we was going to get on the news and they was gonna be like, yeah, Ron Rivera's been fired and let go. Something like, what does the new owner got to lose, dog? You know,
Bro, even Stephen A. Smith took it easy on him, bro. Of all people, I listened to the segment. I listened to him low conversationally tell him that he was gonna be gone. I'm like, come on, Stephen A. Like, so ain't nobody gonna lay in his ass? Like, are we not saying nothing because he's considered a minority owner or because of the cancer thing? Why are we not really saying what we want to say? Why is Jonathan Allen the only one saying what needs to be said? That we playing like some shit.
yeah,
Sorry, can I
it's
curse on you?
you can. It's okay.
Okay, my bad.
No, yeah, that's a fact. Get him out of here, dog. I don't
He
need to
gotta
see
go,
no more.
bro.
I don't need to see no more. I don't need to see no more. Um,
Listen, if they fire Ron Rivera and Eric Bieniemy takes over and
mhm,
they lose every game, that is still better because at that point, I get it. It's your first time being a coach. You
mhm,
you you picking up the reins mid-season, and they expecting you to make something. You
mhm.
don't win that many games, that's fine. But you're talking about a guy who's been here, who have drafted a lot of these players. You know what I'm saying?
It's out here getting
And
paid.
we're looking just as bad as the last coach, and the last coach, and the last coach. Come on, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's a never ending saga, man. I told somebody the other day, uh, that I'm gonna just watch the Wizards for like a month and a half till they out of it, and then
I just
just
made a video on the Wizards, man. You want to hear my prediction?
what's your prediction?
Well, first and foremost, the internet is saying that the Wizards are going to be 17-65. I don't
Wow.
think that's possible, but my prediction is this whole Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole thing is going to end up being James Harden Jr. and James Harden the second. They're
Okay.
going to be jacking.
Now we know that. That's built in the
They're
cards.
going to be jacking, but are they going to win?
Yes,
That's the
that's
problem. We got a word. We got one of the worst defense in the league. We don't know how to guard the three. As soon as we
no.
play the zone and they make 2 or 3 passes, everybody twisting around wide open.
Yeah, they don't play
That's
no
that's the
defense.
mo.
But they told us, I mean, listen, they told us that it was gonna be different with Wes Sale Jr. When Scott Brooks
No,
was there, they played
he's no better than Scott Brooks. You might as well kept Scott Brooks.
he is no better, dog. They lied to
He's
him.
no better. He might be worse.
He might, he might
He
be.
might, bruh. He might be worse, dog.
I think they'll get him more than 17 games though. I think they'll
Oh
get
no,
like
I'm gonna give
they're
them
like 20,
what
26,
it,
30,
they,
maybe
they
30.
got to give me at least 30,
Yeah,
at
30.
least. I mean, can we get number 8 seed? I'm just saying. I'm not asking too much.
You're asking too much.
Number
Number 8,
8 seed is
nah,
too much. Can we
if
get
they
the
get
play in?
if they get to play in, that to me that's respectable. Because right now the way the roster set up, when you got they just re-signed Deni Avdija. Don't worry, I'm gonna get into that. But they
Denny.
got the team doesn't have like I mean when it matches up against some of these better teams, you're just gonna see that it's just levels to it, dog. And if Jordan Poole not shooting 80% from the field as much as they're gonna be jacking or Kyle Kuzma, then it's gonna be a lot of blowouts. There's gonna be a
He
lot of
just went
blowouts.
1 for 14 the other night. So I mean, they play Saturday. We'll
Mhm.
see.
They
You
play
know,
tomorrow.
I'm always. It's tomorrow is a Saturday.
They play tomorrow. First game
Who they
tomorrow.
play tomorrow?
Who the Wiz got on tap tomorrow? Somebody should beat Pacers.
Oh man, see, you know, this one of these teams that we play, we lose to the
Oh yeah,
Pacers and Orlando. The
yeah. They play.
crap
Yeah, they play.
teams that we've always Orlando always got our number. Like same thing for the Wizards. Beat the teams that you're supposed to beat.
Yeah,
Simple as
yeah.
that. That's the only solution, man. I ain't saying go out here and tell Jordan Poole to put up 50 a night. I'm just saying
Mhm.
play better defense
Yeah,
and win the games, and don't wait until the fourth quarter to play.
yeah. Well, hey man, listen, Christmas coming down the pipe. We can hope and wish all we want that these dudes, but I just don't. I don't see it, man. I
I
don't
don't see
see
it
it.
either, man.
I
I
don't
don't
see
know.
it.
I don't know what we waiting on, but
30
you just
games is
got one
generous.
person, and signing Denny means nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. They could have signed me, gave me that
They
bread.
could have
I'd have
signed,
gave
man. Look, I
I
just got
gave
knee
you,
surgery. They could have put me out
I,
there.
I'm gonna give you better production. I'm gonna
I'm
get
trying
more.
to tell you,
I
I'm
think
gonna
his
pass
numbers
it at
last
least.
year. Yeah, his numbers last year was 8, 6, and 2. Come on, bro.
Bruh,
Stop.
I mean, and you on the sideline pouting because you're not getting the ball. I'm like, Diddy, what have you done? Like
Nothing.
they were so high on this dude when they drafted him. He been mid as hell the entire time. I mean, how many? What's the most points he's ever scored in one game? Like 17, 20? How
Yeah.
many times?
One,
He's
maybe
not.
one.
He's not it.
Yeah, he's not
Look,
it.
you know who I'm waiting on. I'm
Who's
waiting
that?
on Corey Kispert to go off.
Yeah, I like Kispert. I like Kispert.
It's Kispert time. I'm telling you,
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna be tuned in. I just my expectations are as low as you can have them because I just, you get invested. Next thing you know, you throwing your cup at the TV, and it just I'm gonna spare myself all the frustration this year. I'm gonna treat them just like I do the Commanders. I don't get too high or too low. I just wait for it to just course correct back down to what I know it's gonna be.
man. Look,
500.
man, just surprise me and just play some competitive ball, man. That's any sport that we got in this town. Just play competitive, man. That's all I ask for. If us as the fans, we can see that you out there and you giving us everything,
Mhm.
and the other team is just better. I can't be upset about that. But
Nah, that's
I'm looking at we can get back on the Commanders. I'm looking at first round pick. You know what I'm saying? Just lazily, not even trying to wrap up on the tackle. Like, bro,
he's sorry, Rob. He's sorry.
I'm like, what? Got benched. How
Hey,
you getting benched already?
oh, hey, they picked him. That's who they picked.
Man, look, they just need to draft linemen, man. Like, just keep drafting offensive linemen. You don't need nobody else. If I'm Terry McLaurin, and this year, you gotta get me out of here.
He almost
You're doing him no justice.
it's
Like, get
hard.
me out of here. Like, he can Terry McLaurin go to any other team. Look at the game last night in the Vikings. Kirk Cousins out here throwing to this rookie. That could be
Yeah,
McLaurin out there getting all of them. He can go to
cooking.
any other team. So quarterback guys can get the ball out, and he'd be up there with the top five guys.
Yeah. He don't even
Instead, he
have
just
that.
running.
He still be up there when it's all said and done, stat wise. So I mean, yeah, you right though. You right. You definitely right. That's a fact. They gotta figure it out, man. They gotta figure it out. Um,
Yep.
no, appreciate you coming on, taking the time out of your busy schedule. Let everybody know where they can go find your podcast and check you out, man.
Man, absolutely, man. Right now, man, you can look me up on Instagram at Captain's Log Podcast, all one word. YouTube is Captain's Log Podcast, a YouTube show. The YouTube is there. Audio is anywhere you get your podcast, man. And holler at me. I drop every Tuesday. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And I cover sports and I do interviews.
Yeah, nah, the dude is he gonna be modest and tell you, the dude is sharp. I mean, from a tech standpoint, Joan is A1, bro. It's A1. I'm
You need some
tuned in.
tech tips, man. Holler at me, man.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen, my pride, I gotta put my pride aside and try to get better with all my whole situation. Um,
Man, get with me on the sidebar, man. Look, let me tell you something. It's another thing, man. Like, it's not a lot of people that you can really talk shop with in
mm,
this business, bro. So, I know you from around the way. So it's
yeah,
nothing,
yeah,
bro. Like, I could charge somebody for telling them what they need to make this shit look
yeah.
high quality, but what benefit am I getting out of that? I mean, I don't really need no money. I'm good out here.
Yeah, hey, that's a blessing, bro. I'm definitely going to tap in with you and get right, dog. Cause hey, listen, I know what I could be an A and R like podcasting. I know what good looks like. Like I know, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. And bro, your stuff is it. So definitely go check it out. Go rock with him. You know what I'm saying? I be tuned in, listening. Sometimes after the games, I'm like, oh, let me see what the captain's law, what he gonna
I
say? What
know.
he
Hey, look, I be slipping sometimes, man. I'm a one man band, dog. So sometimes, man, you gotta. It's important to take that little breather and come back. I just dropped a video right before we got on. I was like, man, I gotta put my NBA joint out, man. So,
Hey,
but
the
yeah,
Jonas
get
is
with me on the sidebar, bro.
hey, listen, man. The lifestyle of a podcaster can be exhausting. You got to take points of
Woo,
reprieve.
that's a whole nother
Sometimes
conversation.
yeah, that's a whole nother one. But yeah, but like that's another thing I appreciate. You talk about all those aspects of like podcasting, just like the niche, finding your niche, and just the whole aspect like that people just never really hear or understand. Everybody. I feel like there's like this push to look a certain way and make everything look like you got it all together and stuff like that. When in fact there's a lot of like just lessons learned that you just learn along the way and you just apply. And
It's a lot. It's a lot of people that don't show up in between time, man. And it's no just to them. You see a lot of these guys out here that's podcasts already up there, you know what I'm saying? Whether they was already celebrities or not. And, you know, they skip that. They
yeah,
skip the journey. That's why I always tell people, bro, record it and post it. If it
yeah,
don't look right, it is what it is, bro. If it look, you do nothing but learn from it later, and then it becomes second nature that you would never make that mistakes again.
yeah, facts. Yeah, you get the tips of the trade, you get feedback, being open to feedback and stuff like that. And those are all beneficial to growing the brand. But nah, I definitely appreciate you, taking the time out of your busy schedule. We'll definitely get you on here again. Definitely gonna hit you up
Anytime,
offline
bro.
to the lab and get some tips of the get some tips from you around podcasting and stuff like that. As we always, we just try and get better out here.
All right, man. Anytime, bro. Just let me know.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man.
I appreciate you.
All right. Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Shout out to Where's Buffy. Shout out to Sports Talk Chashas. Shout out to Lance J Radio. Shout out to my man Jacaro. Shout out my man Chris, Will, Daryl, B, everybody who rock with us heavy. Shout out my man Rob from Captain's Law Podcast, rocking with us. Definitely go check his podcast out. And we out.